What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another highly combustible reaction. We're jumping into something freaking awesome. First of all, shout out to My Wild Backyard for allowing us to react to the videos. He said something yesterday that I thought was actually really smart. He said, I don't mind if you use the content, but I would rather my content not be shown next to other content about similar topics that are misinformation. And I got to thinking that there is a lot of misinformation out there. There is a lot of fear mongering going on. People like to be afraid and other people like to push it. I want to know creepy crawlies of the world for the actual, like, the facts behind it. I want to know some things. A lot of people know I used to live in Thailand. I was there for 8 years, and Lord knows we had some centipedes. I think the top 3 most common was Scolopendra dehani and Subspinipus and Cataracta. I'm sure I mispronounced some of those. Cataracta one is the one that can actually swim. I've been bitten by a small centipede and I've been bitten by a medium-sized centipede, but I'm telling you, there is no greater fear than stepping out of the shower and seeing an 8-inch long tank with 100 legs on it running around your. And when I say they're fast, they're like lightning fast bugs. You, for a blink of an eye, you're just like, wait a minute, did I just see something? Because they're gone in a second, but they're just hiding, man. People have woken up with them in their beds, no, it's a terrifying thing to me, but I would like to know some facts behind it. I would like to know more about it. This particular one we're jumping into is the most venomous centipede in the US. We will not just go out and find terrifying things to watch them, just to watch them. As far as bugs and things go, as far as animals go, I want to know the reality behind the situation. Even with sharks, there's a lot of fear mongering out there about how horrible sharks are, but I've been in the water with sharks. I've swam with them. I've scuba dived with them. And you know what? I'm still here. It's not like that whole Jaws mentality. So I'm assuming the same can be said for a lot of bugs out there. A lot of spiders out there. If you're comfortable and you're not posing a threat to them, like, let's just be honest. We're a huge threat to every animal on the planet. We might be the biggest threat to every animal on the planet. Sure, can some bite you and kill you? Yes. You should have a healthy fear of some of these animals, a respectful fear of some of the animals. But that doesn't mean that I don't want to know more about them. That doesn't mean that I don't want to hear it from people that know what the hell they're talking about. So we're going to find good, reputable people that know what they're talking about when it comes to the animals. Let's go on the journey, see what we got. The most venomous centipede in the US. The giant red-headed centipede. I'm not sure what the technical name is for it. He might get into that. Get over to my wild backyard. All the love in the world. Let's go on a journey and learn something today.
Centipedes, perhaps the most fearsome invertebrates in the world. These creatures are lined with sharp, powerful legs and menacing,
very powerful
claws.
legs.
Deep in Texas wilderness lurks a giant among these otherworldly creatures, an animal rumored to have one of the most painful bites in the world.
I'm saying it was a pretty painful bite, even from a small baby centipede biting my toe to the other one getting me. What the other one get me? I think he got me in the hand. He jumped when I went to go pick up a plastic bag. It was bad. It wasn't bad right at first, but around that 4 to 6 hour mark, there was definitely some throbbing going on. I'm glad that it wasn't no 8-inch centipede that bit me, because those things, you can see, I don't even know what the mandible on them. You can totally see that it would be painful if they bit you, like right off the bat. That would hurt just going in.
I'm Spencer Hoffman, and my mission is to uncover the secrets of the natural world, and the world of centipedes is full of secrets. I began unlocking the chemical properties of their venom a long time ago when I put bark centipede venom in my blood. That yielded one of the strangest reactions I've ever seen, and that centipede wasn't even a predator of vertebrates. So now I'm in Texas, hunting down the fabled Scolopendra heros, the giant red-headed centipede, to find out what the venom of a creature known to take down mice and lizards can really do to the human physiology. I'm joined by Jack and Gage from Jack's World of Wildlife.
You imagine it's a bug that can take down mice and lizards. That's,
as we venture deep into Texas hill country.
it gives
This
me the
environment
heebie-jeebies,
is
but I want to
immaculate.
learn more.
The rocky outcroppings and flowing rivers are reminiscent of the photos you'd see on calendars. With the intense, dry heat, you wouldn't think there'd be too much animal activity, but if you know where to look, this habitat is teeming with life. Oh, scorpion, there we go. The rocks that line these
Right
hills
off the bat.
offer
Ooh,
shade and
scorpion.
moisture cover from the blistering sun. Many different creatures take advantage of this shelter, and by carefully flipping these rocks, we're hoping to catch a centipede that we can take back to base and extract venom from to get to the bottom of this mystery. But there are a lot of rocks, so this is gonna take a while. Oh, look at that.
Millipede.
That.
Yo, I see. I just learned something right now. They got some big ones of those in Thailand too, but I never picked them up. I was always nice. Like I would try to catch. If you could catch a millipede, that's easy. They roll up. They get defensive on you. You can sweep them up and take them outside and let them go. Centipedes is another beast. They're running around the room, like hauling ass around the room.
Is not a centipede.
I didn't know you could just pick them up like that.
Giant.
I thought millipedes were poisonous too.
Millipede. Look at that. This is one of the American giant millipedes. It's in the same group as our target centipede, the myriapods.
They're so
Only difference is,
cute.
you can see, it looks quite a bit different than a giant centipede. Millipedes are rounder, a lot more armored, and have quite a few more legs. They are much slower. They kind of move about their environment, grazing on like different fungi, decaying organic material, and plants. You know, these guys don't need any speed or incredible venom or jaws or anything. You know, you'd be hard pressed to be bitten by a millipede.
Wow, really?
But some of them do spray
Now I
poison.
wish I would have held some. Had I seen his video first, I probably would have picked one up too, because they are adorable. The millipedes are adorable. Centipedes, that's like a lion. No.
But look at how absolutely incredible this animal is. I love the way they move. Their little legs go in like almost like rhythmic.
Yeah, it's
patterns.
super
And
rhythmic.
insane
It's
to
so
think that they're able
satisfying.
to coordinate all those limbs all at once while they use those antennae to inspect their environment. They're such bizarre creatures. And they have such funny looking little faces. Like a dumpy little grin or something. Completely docile, not something that you'd ever have to worry about. But
Wow,
not
I had
exactly
no
what we're looking
idea.
for out here, so we're gonna put him back and keep looking for the more fearsome myriapods, the centipedes.
In Thailand, if you ran into a centipede, maybe that's why my mind was like that. Like, oh man, it's got a lot of legs too. I bet you this thing can bite you. It's always important to learn about things before you touch it. Obviously, some of the most beautiful things in nature can also be the most deadly things in nature.
Unlike that millipede, the centipede we're looking for is dangerously venomous, so every rock flip needs to be extremely careful. And it's not just the centipedes. There are plenty of other venomous biological landmines that use these rocks as cover. And to season this adventure with just a little bit more challenge, the brutal heat and unforgiving terrain is giving us quite a run for our money. The sun is pretty much forcing us into the shade at this point. Nothing we would be after is going to be out there in that hot. Not alive anyway. So our best shot of finding anything at this time of day is going to be under cover of trees, maybe even using some of the extra shade these large boulders are providing. If you're hunting a carnivore, you have to think like a carnivore. We're seeing a lot more movement closer to the surface, under the cover of trees. So our best chance at a centipede is going to be in the shaded sections. And the centipede's biology plays a key factor in this. Centipedes are the peak subterranean invertebrate predators. But in order to achieve that, there are evolutionary trade-offs. Where insects and spiders can spend extended periods of time above ground, if the centipede attempted to do that, it would dry out and die. These myriapods lack the waxy cuticles that allow them to retain water, and in this blistering heat, they're going to be hunkered deep underground. However, there are a few ground predators that actually are out and about today. Right there, we got a tarantula. It's not a big one, but it's a nice female. Look at that.
Just chilling on a rock.
Wow.
These spiders are my thing, man. Not that I like to own them, that I don't like them. They're my fear. Spiders and centipedes. Those are the two bugs that will turn me instantly around and you'll see me hightailing it out of there. I don't like to get near them. I have a healthy fear of them because some of them can hurt you. Like, no.
Look at you. Hi. It's okay. It's okay.
Bro,
Spider.
I want to come hang out with you just because, look, I don't know very many people that just know as much as you should know to be able to pick up random, wild, crazy animals in the wild.
This is a Texas brown tarantula. And when I say medium-sized, look how big that is compared to my hand. That's a medium one. They get even bigger than this out here. I love the way they move. So slow and calculated. That's partially because there's not a whole lot of things out here that would be eating them. Large mammals and birds, maybe. But even then, they have a really cunning defense mechanism. And so I'm being extremely careful not to stress her out. Even more so than a bite. They have these hairs all over their body. And they can actually flick those off like projectiles. And it turns out they're extremely irritant. You get those in your eyes or your mouth, and you're gonna be in a world of burning hurt for quite a while. Fortunately, it's not super dangerous, and even their venom, if you were to get bitten by them, is not that bad. But they're an absolutely beautiful little spider out here. I love how velvety they feel. As she's walking over me, sometimes her little cephalothorax will brush my hand, and they are actually very velvety and soft. And because they're slow-moving spiders, this is actually an animal that I recommend to a lot of people who are afraid of spiders to kind of get introduced with. They're big, so it's easy to see them. Their movements are nice and slow and predictable. And unlike a wolf spider or a fishing spider, you know, they're not like extremely skittish. You know, they kind of just like this. They're kind of dumpy and kind of just wander on over you. And you know, they're really generally placid and inoffensive spider. Really impressive arachnids. As you know,
it is so impressive. Super impressive. It's a gorgeous thing. Like, I think that they're adorable. They really are. But there's something about the legs and the just the horror, the fear that people have put out there with arachnophobia and with different things like that. Just like Jaws. Like, it ruined it. It made it to where I was so terrified. Like, I don't want to be around a tarantula. However, watching videos like this, that makes me like, man, what does it feel like? Maybe I do want to hold one. Maybe I'm not saying that I wouldn't freak out. Like, I would still be able to sit still, but in my mind, I would be screaming. But
I absolutely love
it might
spiders.
be good for me.
Big spiders, small spiders, venomous spiders, the works. But tarantulas definitely hold a special place in my heart. Where I live in North Carolina, we don't get these proper hairy desert-looking tarantulas. And they are one of the icons of the American Southwest, and one of the biggest things that I came out here to Texas looking for, seeing wild tarantulas in their natural habitat. There is nothing quite as special as that. But this tarantula is not the only thing that we're looking for today. I'm hoping to get something much bigger, much scarier, and much more venomous. And sure enough, under one of these shaded rocks, I'm betting we will get the giant Texas Redheaded Centipede. This was a good sign. We continued to hunt these shady patches when finally Gage shouted out that he had something. I'm rolling.
I was just looking under that. I got sidetracked. He's right here.
Oh wow.
My hair really stood up right there. Careful indeed. You see? You see how he's just moving?
Too.
He is pissed.
It doesn't get more intimidating than that. Every time I've seen these huge centipedes, they are something else. And honestly, they look—
they're ferocious.
thick. Like that glossy finish on their exoskeleton. Like they're made of plastic or something. But I'll tell you one thing. Plastic does not move like that. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this little guy out using a nice stick here. There we go. One thing I've noticed with scolopendras like this is they'll actually stay on the stick. So it's kind of a nice little way that I can handle them without actually touching them.
They're just gonna keep going back and forth from hand to hand.
Seems to be calmed down after the catch. She's cooled off for a little bit. But let me tell you, they are extremely unpredictable invertebrates. The last thing I want to do out in the middle of nowhere with no cell service and minimum 30 minutes from civilization is take a bite from this thing. Now, one of these guys wouldn't kill you, but you would be in a world of unbelievable pain. And yeah, we're like an hour and a half from base camp, so it would be a very, very long ride back and a very, very long night, because the pain from a sting from this animal is reported to last hours. But the thing is,
it does last hours.
It wants to bite you, and you can see right here, just those bright, brilliant colors. That is its warning to you to stay well away. You know, obviously out here in an oaky cliffside, that's gonna offer very little, honestly no camouflage. So anything that comes across this is gonna see it coming a mile away. That bright red head, dark jet black body, and those brilliant yellow legs. These centipedes don't actually see very well. They interact with their environment using those sweeping antennae. They're scanning everything, following chemical trails, scents out here to hunt their prey and avoid predators. And pretty much it's how they understand their world. You see that she's just kind of like probing everything, even the air. She can pick up little drafts of scent in the air. She can probably smell me, and she can smell me on the stick wherever my hands touch. I'll leave a little oil behind from my skin, and she's definitely curious about that. Potentially curious to give it a chomp.
It's cool that it doesn't try to jump off the stick.
It is absolutely incredible just to see the sheer size of this thing. I would say she's probably about
see, you
7
kicked it into
inches,
gear there.
7 and change long, if not 8, when she's fully extended with her antennae and these back legs right here, which interestingly enough, the way she flares those up, I'll get her to do a threat display right there. She'll flare those up, and that actually looks like a second head. So a predator might grab onto that, thinking that they're going to avoid a bite, but these animals are lightning fast, and that real head can whip around in an instant and deliver a very, very painful bite. And their venom is pretty serious. We're actually going to be holding on to this individual to do a bit of an experiment to see exactly what it'll do to the human physiology. But this right here is a force of nature, something that demands admiration and respect. But as you can see right here, I am inches from it, and it is not charging after me. It is not trying to be mean. The only reason I'm not going to free handle it is because, again, they don't see very well. So if it, you know, loses its balance or I shake around too much, it might get nervous and latch on to right itself, and that would still be enough venom to give me a decent amount of pain. But these are not animals to fear, not something that wants to get you, and not something that'll kill you. This little centipede might be creepy looking, but I'd rather have this around my house than cockroaches or mice. How about that? Scolopendroheiros, the Texas redheaded giant centipede. Seeing this giant centipede up close, I am all the more intimidated to finally extract its venom. We'll be taking this creature back to base camp in a much more controlled environment to try and do this experiment as safely as possible.
Look at the things on it.
Get to the bottom of the toxic secrets that this myriapod hides. If you want to learn more about these incredible animals, check out this video right here where we deep dive into the secret world of the centipede. Hope to see you there, but until next time, don't forget to get outside and find your own adventure.
Yo, this was seriously the most informative video that I've ever seen about centipedes. Sure, Google exists and I could go do a whole bunch of research, but I want to hear it from someone that already knows what they're talking about. This is a fantastic look, still creepy and crawly, but a fantastic look at the, hey, it doesn't want to. If you, any animal, we're the predator, like it's, unless it's like a lion or a bear, I'm saying, any of these kind of things, of course, you're going to look at this giant as a predator. Of course, you're going to want to defend yourself. But look at the colors. Look at how beautiful it is. It is a gorgeous specimen of a bug. I know that bug is a very general term, but it's just anything that's big, flashy, yellow, beautiful, bright colors and all, and has no camouflage. Probably not something that you want to be out there handling, because hey, we know a whole bunch of things out there that look beautiful that can be deadly real quick. This one, yeah, I bet you that would deliver a hell of a blow. I don't ever want to get bit by another centipede. Even the little tiny one that got my toe, that was the most pain that my toe has ever experienced. Way, way worse than like somebody just stomping on your foot. Around the 4 to 6 hour mark is when the pain is the worst. But hey, it didn't kill me, It's something that I fear that I would like to learn more about, because it's healthy to face your fears, they say, but I would have to be in the right kind of environment with the right person that knows what they're talking about before I would ever handle a tarantula or handle some of these insects that live out there. Definitely get over to My Wild Backyard, all the love in the world. If you got a cool creepy crawly story, leave it down below inside the comment section, but do that. Get over there, show the love today. We'll check out some more. We got some emails out to some other channels that know what they're talking about, that are subject matter experts on the animals that they deal with. Very, very informative. I learned a whole heap today. Smash the like button if you liked it, the dislike button, but I won't believe you. Spencer, I appreciate you again for responding so quick to the email. Till the next one, I'm either Combustible. You guys be happy, healthy, safe. I love you to the moon and back. Peace.